And now, live in studio, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes.
Yes, here, back in the saddle, Brandon Rhymes, Consumer Quarterback Show. Thanks so much to James D. Jerome filling in my absence. And we're right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, Tampa Bay and the Gulf Coast region's #1 consumer advocate program. It's all about helping you win no matter what you're facing out there. 80-plus categories of consumer advocate advice that we're giving here. We're helping you out. Longest-running show here in terms of consumer advocacy in the Bay Area, and we want to help you win in any marketplace. That is our goal, is helping you win.
The only thing I'm addicted to right now is winning.
Save our hotline number in your phone. At some point, you're going to need it. 813-670-7372.
You used to call me on my cell phone.
Now, that's how you can connect with us. You can text that number, reach our website as well at consumerqb.com. A plethora of information available for you on our website, consumerqb.com. And it's Intelligent Talk Radio. I've got some intelligent folks here in studio with me today. Back in studio, veteran, mortgage guy, also a veteran. And, Kevin Fiske back in studio, Mutual of Omaha Mortgage. Thanks so much.
Absolutely. Hey, you forgot Lending Ninja.
Lending Ninja, that's right.
So, we're here to try to help out everybody. I know a lot of times we focus a lot on the folks with their first-time home buyer that need help with the down payment assistance. It's a wonderful program that we have. There's about 5 different programs, so it does not matter where they fall in the spectrum. If there's some credit challenges, what it is that they're doing for a living, we're going to have some sort of solution. But we also need to, just like you said, let's focus a minute on the veterans. Let's focus on the self-employed, folks that they might own a small business and their tax returns don't show a solid net income on the bottom line. Well, we can just bypass all that, and for income, we'll just use bank statements. But then on top of that, we do commercial, and then there's the refinance. Investor programs. The investor programs, nobody can touch it.
Yeah.
It's non-income required.
That's awesome, man.
As long as they own the primary home, they can buy up to 5 other homes with just 20% down.
The land of opportunity.
Amen.
Absolutely. We are here in the land of opportunity. So that's Kevin Fiske. More from him coming up as well. We got Frank from Miranda coming up on the show as well. He's going to be on the second half. And we got William Crowley, my man, back in the house, the credit magician. Welcome in, sir.
Hey, don't forget I'm a veteran too, buddy.
Veteran.
There we go.
See?
There we go.
Marines,
See?
hoorah.
I like that. And you and Jay Smith are our longest running show partners, expert contributors, you and Jay Smith.
Excellent.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
probably just a little bit longer.
Probably. Who knows?
But we'll be talking about a lot of good things. We work with Kevin Fiske here with the mortgages, but I work with realtors, mortgage brokers, bankers, et cetera, around the country, helping people to really understand the dynamics of credit. A lot of times people think they really understand credit, but I really open their eyes to it and get them the more details, the Fair Credit Reporting Act, Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, aspects of the Uniform Commercial Code, showing people how the credit reporting agencies, even though they put the information on your credit report, are they following the law when they're putting it on there?
Right.
And 9 times out of 10, they're not. Mm-hmm. But the consumer has no idea because the assumption is, that is my negative item, so it belongs on the credit report. Right. So it may be your negative item, but in order for it to get on your credit report, there are steps and procedures that the credit reporting agencies have to follow. They're not following those steps. So we can help people to get it, turned around in the land of opportunity.
I love it.
We
Get
see
them
it
into
every
home
day.
ownership, helping to show them the money, and helping them right there with the real estate. And what a great place to be, here in Tampa Bay. Of course, we talk about that. Lots of opportunity. We want to engage with you. We'd love for you to follow us online at Brandon Rhymes 1 on Instagram and Twitter. Give us a quick follow. I'm sure you'll see a lot of good content there. We're putting on monthly events, buyer-seller seminars. We got a branding seminar coming up as well. And we're going to be over at the home show, the Tampa Convention Center. Shout out to East Coast Consumer Shows. This is March 23rd and 24th here at the Tampa Convention Center, right on Franklin Street, downtown. It's Spring 2019 Tampa Home and Garden Show. We're going to be there. We're going to have a booth. We're going to have a lot of our expert contributors. We're going to have a double booth, actually, and we're going to have a good, strong presence here. So I want you guys there if you can make it. We'd love to have you there. We have our listeners there, our viewers of our TV show. By the way, Apple TV, Amazon TV, Roku, Sony TV. welcome our new audience here. We are now on 85 plus outlets in terms of TV shows. We have our daily radio show, 5 o'clock drive time here on iHeartRadio, 1380 The Biz, the Wall Street Business Network. Sundays on FM 102.5 The Bone, early morning, 7 a.m. And it's all about helping you win, understand your buying decisions. We want to be that super connector, so anything that you need in real estate, finance, estate plans, tax plans, all types of home services, health, nutrition. We bring on doctors, attorneys, CPAs, financial advisors, so many people that can help you win. That is the goal of this show, and we've been doing it a long time here. And we want to help you with our moving partner as well. Giving a big shout out. My wife and I just moved into our dream home. So grateful for this, but we had Brothers Easy Moving. I've got first-class experience here, first-hand experience of a first-class company. I'll tell you what, Gary Thacker and his team, they showed up. They had 6 strong young men show up. They had 2 big trucks, and we were a 12-hour day moving all of our belongings into the new home. They made sure everything was wrapped, and every time they came up to ask me or my wife, they were Mr. Sir, Mr. It's Sir, and it's our pleasure. Everything was a first-class experience. I got to tell you, Brothers Easy Moving, they truly are one of the best Tampa moving companies, and they meet your expectations and exceed those expectations. They've also got 4.5-star ratings on Google, 4.6 ratings, one of the highest in the Tampa Bay area, A rating on the Better Business Bureau, A rating on Angie's List and Yelp, and they are just, I've seen it firsthand now. They show up, they take care of everything they need to do, and they're going to make sure, and this was in the rain, by the way. It was a rainy day a couple days back, but Brothers Easy Moving, the official moving partner, please give them a call. Let them know that you heard about them on the Consumer Quarterback Show, and tell Gary Thacker, the owner of the company, that you are listening to the show, and we would love to hear your feedback. And reach out for special offers and incentives as well, just by mentioning that you're a fan of the show. All right, a couple of hot new listings. Got to tell you about this property here on Francis. It's 10611 Francis over in Largo. Beautiful property right there in a great area, right off of Antilles in Largo. It's 10611. Spacious, gorgeously renovated pool home on a cul-de-sac, quiet cul-de-sac. This property actually just got reduced $20,000 as well. We did a major reduction after we hit the market. 4 bedrooms, 3 full bath, open floor plan, beautiful pool in the backyard. There's no HOA, non-flood zone, and you're so close to the beach. This is one of the best priced properties in Largo, Florida, on Francis Lane. We'd love for you to check it out. And we also have a beautiful property over in Tarpon Springs. This one's 1701 Mariner. 1701 Mariner is a great opportunity to purchase real estate here in the Bay Area. This is 1701 Mariner. Now, look at the beautiful photography from drone video photography from Fabre Frameworks. You can see that you're just a block or 2 off of the beautiful intercoastal waterways and the Gulf of Mexico. 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, remodeled home. The kitchen is gorgeous, beautiful property, almost a half an acre as well, right in the middle of Tarpon Springs. The property is listed just above $300,000, I believe. So it's a great property. Check out all of our real estate properties, consumerqb.com, and what a great place to live, work, and play. All right, let's jump right into it. We got Kevin Fiske in the house. He's a military veteran. He also has a veteran in the mortgage industry. He's got a lot of knowledge, and let's share that knowledge. And I love the stats that you brought today. I love it when you our expert contributors come in with great knowledge. So what was the stat? Like 62% of Americans think they have to put 20% down, yeah. Something like that?
Yeah, these fun facts, they make you giggle. So right now, this is a survey across America, and a common misconception is that 62% of America believe when they go to buy a home, they need at least 20% down.
Wow, what a misnomer. That's one of these.
Come on, man.
We deserve that for that one, right?
But and usually it's either 3.5% down, 3%, 5%, just as long as you're talking a primary home, which is what this example is. So,
right.
But dialing it back to our internal down payment assistance program, that's 0 out of pocket is what we can do. And then you work with the right realtor, like the Platinum MVP team, and they'll help you take care of the closing costs.
Yeah.
So literally, you just march in, sign, and you own a home.
That's right. We will. We'll actually, for veterans, we're going to give, and this is just a giving feeling that we have around Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams. What we're doing is we're giving a veteran, any veteran that closes a deal with us, buy or sell side, 1/4 to 1/2 a point, depending on the loan size. And then, of course, for all of our buyers, we're going to pay for their appraisal. We're going to pay for the appraisal. It's a $500 value. We are going to take care of them with a Ritz-Carlton style first-class service, white glove service.
Love it.
And we're going to help them win. So Kevin, outside of those misconceptions, there's a lot of misconceptions in the industry, and I think a lot of it is because of the mainstream media. They throw stuff out there, and sometimes people take it the wrong way. But 20% down, no, don't need 20% down. And I think the big one too that we talk about a lot, we both have the same passion to help renters. Renters are just throwing money away.
Absolutely, because 10 years from now, 5 years from now, there's no way they're paying the same rent.
Right.
So it's just going to keep getting more expensive, payday to payday, struggling. So flip the switch, turn it around. Stop making the landlord rich, buy your own home, get involved with these programs. What we're doing as a team, we can find the right program, find the right home. And there's so many of these people, just like that common misconception, so many people that like, hey, I don't have the right credit. So, we can all come in as a team and get that credit on track, get that down payment where it needs to be, get the right house. And then so 5-10 years from now, they're not facing some ridiculously high amount that they got to pay.
Yeah, and you got $80,000, $100,000, $200,000 in the bank or in equity in that home. Absolutely. A rent versus own analysis for the first 3 listeners. Text the word rent and the amount of rent you're paying, 813-670-7372. We're going to break it down for you on paper. Rent versus own analysis. Text the word rent and the amount of rent that you're paying to 813-670-7372 for the first 3 listeners. We're going to hook you up, Kevin and his team. And they got a great team, by the way, Rob Fricker and the team over there, Mutual of Omaha Mortgage. When we come back, we're going to talk with William Crowley, the credit magician. We're going to talk about credit improvement. We're going to also give away a credit package as well. So we're going to help you from the lending side, the credit side, also the real estate side here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. It's all about you. It's all about helping you win in this beautiful place we live here in Tampa Bay. Irish soldier gives up home to help family in need. Find out about our feel-good story when we come back.
Thanks for listening to my daddy's show. For more information, go to consumerqb.com.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com.
Ian Beckles here with my man, Brandon.
This is the Cannabis Podcast, powered by Trulieve on Radio Influence. It's an inside look and the scientific facts in and around the world of medical cannabis. Now, here is your host, Ian Beckles.
He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. You're listening to the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at consumerqb.com.
Hey, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here, your host of the Consumer Quarterback Show, Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate, also owner of the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty, a top real estate agency here in Tampa Bay, #1 on the Gulf Coast of Florida, and we want to help you win in any marketplace. 1790 Bayshore Drive. This is in Dunedin. This is a beautiful property in Dunedin, Florida, one of the most sought-after areas to be in. 1790 Bayshore Drive. It's a great opportunity. This would be for an investor, maybe a first-time buyer. Here's your opportunity to own in popular Dunedin, Florida area, and it's a beautiful backyard, fenced-in property, terracotta, terrazzo floors rather. Beautiful property right on Bayshore. You're surrounded by $500,000 homes here, and it's just a great opportunity to invest in real estate if you are in that market. 7911 Jackson Springs is a beautiful property as well in Tampa. Now, this is a great opportunity. I believe it's priced around $285,000. 7911 Jackson Springs Road in Tampa. It's kind of in that Bayshore area, or that Hillsborough Sheldon Memorial area of Tampa, that town and country. Just a great opportunity. Beautiful yard. Think about your family enjoying that yard, especially if you're renting. This is a great opportunity here in beautiful Tampa Bay. Somewhere sunny and 75. And this segment is brought to you by the Bilmar Beach Resort over on beautiful Treasure Island, Florida, on Gulf Boulevard. It's filled with fantastic and generous amenities to make your vacation that much more special. The Bilmar Beach Resort is just a beautiful place. You got 2 pools on site. Sloppy Joe's restaurant is there. You've got what Clyde Smith, the general manager, calls a 2-beer beach. It's going to take you 2 beers to walk all the way to the beach. It's a long beach. It's a great place to go hang out. Whether you're planning a business trip, they've got convention opportunities there for business trips. They've got weddings, lots of weddings, live music every night. Bilmar Beach Resort, the official hotel partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show. Make sure you let them know the Real Estate Quarterback sent you, and take them up on special offers just by mentioning that you're a fan of the Consumer Quarterback Show. All right, we're back here in studio. We're going to help you win. Kevin Fiske coming up in a moment. We're going to talk more with Kevin, Mutual of Omaha Mortgage. I want to bring William Crowley into the conversation. William is the credit magician here in Tampa Bay, helping people avoid identity theft, also improve their credit scores. And William, I've heard it said that 99.9% of credit reports have at least one error, maybe even 100%.
Actually, it's 100%.
Yeah.
So, and the reason why I say that is because none of the information has been verified with the credit reporting agency. So most people don't come to me when they have positive credit on their credit report, because I know it's been put on there by mistake as well, or in violation of the Fair Credit Reporting Act. But they never asked me to remove that.
Right.
So
right.
you bump that category up from 99.9 to 100%.
Yep.
Anyway, but we want, and I think what our problem is with our credit restoration assistance program versus your traditional credit repair companies, we give too much information. But being part of this show, it's kind of motivated me to do that. Give the customer all the information they need to know about the whole misconceptions about credit repair. Just like when Kevin was talking about the misconception about 20% down. Well, the credit reporting agency, people think that, well, the information is mine, so it has to stay on there for whatever duration, 7 years, 10 years, 15 years, or whatever. And I tell people, yes, if it's put on there in accordance with the Fair Credit Reporting Act. But if you read the Fair Credit Reporting Act, which is found at ftc.gov, you'll find that the credit reporting agencies cannot no form or fashion keep up with the demands of the Fair Credit Reporting Act. They're supposed to report every transaction to the consumer prior to putting it on the credit report. Okay. They don't do that. Either a verbal or a written correspondence with the consumer. Let them know, okay, is this repossessed yours? Is this tax loan this tax lien or collection account, late payment or whatever? Or is this paid off home loan? Is it yours? And if it isn't, then we have to go back and re-verify this information with the lender. They're not doing that. Nobody in this country has ever received a call from a credit reporting agency. Nobody. So that's grounds for the information to be legally removed from the credit report if they use the Fair Credit Reporting Act within perspective. Understanding the Fair Credit Reporting Act is the biggest problem. Right. It confuses everybody. But it has information in there like, it's not mine. Well, if you read that, if an average consumer read that, they say, well, it is mine, so I can't use that dispute. What the dispute is really saying is it's not mine according to the credit reporting agency, not the lender. The lender that reported the information, it may be totally accurate. But the credit reporting agency has to verify the accuracy with the consumer. So the consumer has all the right in the world to say to the credit reporting agency, this is not my account because you did not follow the laws of the Fair Credit Reporting Act. And so that's the difference between your traditional credit repair companies and credit restoration assistance. We're opening consumers' eyes, not just doing it for them, taking their money and doing it for them, but educating them on how this really works to break down the misconceptions, because it's always misconceptions. Just like, like I said, Kevin said, 20% down. And the media does play a role in it, but the consumer has to become more informed. And the way you do that, open these books.
Right.
Don't just sit up and blame the media all the time, because the consumer is just as responsible.
Do your research.
Do your research.
That's right.
And so we force our clients to do the research, because we're going to show you how this program really works. We're going to force it down your throat.
Yeah, I like that. So you're teaching them to fish in an aspect instead of giving them a fish for the day. Right. You're teaching them the
fish for
the strategy. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it's important too. Now, credit is one of those things. It's not just real estate or mortgage. I mean, credit now has expanded to a lot of different places. Just like the Facebook search now. People start searching on Facebook. You do a job, interview for a job, or lots of ways that can be involved. Talk about that, William.
Well, okay, with the credit reporting agencies. Wait a minute, hold on. I lost my train of thought. That you said. I'm getting old.
I was talking about the applications of credit. It's not. It's a car. It's insurance. It's a lot of things, right?
Yeah, all areas of life. Even the FBI uses it to do their checks on it. Rental companies. I mean, jobs. They want to check you to see how you perform conduct your personal finances. Because if you don't conduct your personal finances well, then they don't need you, especially in a high profile job like any type of finance. They say, well, we don't need you there because you can't, you may steal from us or something like that. But
makes sense, yeah.
So I tell people, be proactive. Even before you go to the mortgage companies, if you tell your realtor that credit is bad, then have that realtor to get with me or some type of a legitimate credit repair company and let them do some paperwork and get this stuff straightened out before you go to the lender. So let's not transform like people like Kevin into credit repair people.
Right.
Their job is to close get the mortgage. So I want to take that burden off their shoulders and say, okay, here's what we need to do. We can help you overcome those obstacles legally before you even get to Kevin or at the mortgage companies.
Yeah.
And run them through the loops.
That's right.
Customers, be proactive.
Yeah, we're talking with William Crowley, aka the Credit Magician, right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. I'm your host, Brandon Rhymes. And William, when it comes to the buying process, a lot of times in real estate, is people wait too long. They wait till the last minute. They say, "Oh, now I find my house. Now I want to run out and get the pre-approval done."
Right.
But in a lot of cases, it's too late. Have you seen that before?
Oh yeah. That's why I tell people, be proactive. If you look at that credit report. You should be. There's all kind of ways to access your credit report free nowadays. Now the score may not be accurate, but the contents are accurate. So go to. I could name some of the places. Credit Karma, annualcreditreport.com, Credit Sesame. There's numerous sites, and this law was enacted in 2006, where the consumer can go and get access to their credit report free for a 12-month period at any of those sites. So go in there and look at it.
Yeah.
Don't pay too much attention to the score. The score is not that accurate. When the mortgage people, when they pull the score, that's going to be the accurate score. That's the score they're going to go on.
Right.
So, but the contents on that information is accurate, and then start to address the negative information. Mm-hmm. Even if I tell people, and more importantly, if it does belong to you, that's what you want to address. Mm-hmm. We're not trying to tell people to be unethical, but the point is the Fair Credit Reporting Act says if you have a repossession, a tax lien, a judgment, or whatever on that credit report, this information can be legally removed. People that have bad credit aren't bad people. They just run into problems just like everybody else.
Right.
So we want to help them and play defense attorney on their behalf and say, listen, my client may be guilty, but there's loopholes in the law that we want to get him off and get him a second chance.
Right.
Get them a second chance.
I like that. Yeah, so let's offer that free credit package then. If there's anybody listening out there, it might not be for you. It might be for a loved one. You think about a friend or family or a nephew, a niece. Text the word credit to our hotline. We're going to hook you up with a credit package. William Crowley, the Credit Magician. Text the word credit to our Consumer Advocate hotline, 813-670-7372. All you have to do is text the word credit, 813-670-7372. We're going to put you in touch with William Crowley, the Credit Magician. If you're not a texter, just send an email, consumerqb.com. Just send an email right there about the credit package. Now, William, that credit package, do you want to explain what we're going to do for them in that credit package?
We're going to really transform the whole idea of credit restoration or credit repair. We're going to give you copies of the Fair Credit Reporting Act, Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, aspects of Uniform Commercial Code, Going to show you how to even put a promotional block on your credit report. Free of charge. The credit reporting agencies don't want people to know about the promotional block. It's a free charge. It's going to take you off their list. All those shenanigans that they sell your information to. And let me point out, the biggest perpetrator of identity theft is the credit reporting agencies themselves. They should be the they're supposed to be the watchdogs over our credit reports.
Right.
But what they've done is sold the consumer out.
Wow.
So in enforcing the Fair Credit Reporting Act, we're forcing them to do what they're supposed to according to the law, the Fair Credit Reporting Act. So the consumer block is going to take your name off that list, free of charge.
Is that the one that cuts off the junk mail?
It cuts off junk mail and everything.
Nice.
The credit reporting agency is the one to send it out.
Save some trees,
everybody.
too.
Yeah, save some trees.
Save some trees in the process, right? There we go. All right, stay with us right here on Consumer Quarterback Show. When we come back, more from our expert contributors here in studio. And we have our feel-good story of the day coming up. An Irish soldier gives up his home to a family in need. Right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Follow us online at Brandon Rhymes1 on Instagram and Twitter. Consumer Quarterback Show pages on Facebook. And, of course, we're on LinkedIn as well.
Hey, I'm Ken Shamrock, and you're here with Consumer Quarterback Show. And I say, Brandon Rhymes, knock out your competition.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com.
This is the Cannabis Podcast, powered by Trulieve on Radio Influence. It's an inside look and the scientific facts in and around the world of medical cannabis. Now, here is your host, Ian Beckles.
He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. Listening to the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-670-7372.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here. I'm your host of the Consumer Quarterback Show. I'm the owner of the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty and also developer of the Business Growth Celebrity Academy. I'm a published author, professional speaker. Check out the Business Growth Celebrity Academy. This is the business you may have heard me talking about with Ken Shamrock, the former UFC Hall of Famer, WWF Wrestling Champion as well. Realize the celebrity in you. We're going to help you understand more about creating celebrity around your business business, creating your own, basically growing your sphere of influence is what you want to do. And the book is on Amazon. Become the MVP in your industry by surfing the radio waves. We'd love for you to check out that book, take a copy of it, and leave us some nice reviews. We appreciate that. And we want to give a shout out to the Lucky Dill Restaurant right here. Now, our official restaurant partner at the Lucky Dill Restaurant, Deli, New York City Bar, Brooklyn Bakery. We've got catering, banquets, the home of the sandwich that ate Brooklyn. These sandwiches are huge, really good food, excellent locations too, right across the street from the International Plaza Mall right here in Tampa, 4606 West Boy Scout Boulevard in Tampa. They also have a location on US 19 in Palm Harbor, and the food is excellent, the staff is friendly, and it is just a great place to go hang out, watch some football games, watch some sports, just a great ambiance in there. And the Lucky Dill is our official restaurant partner. Now, walk in, let them know that the real estate quarterback sent you. Let the management know and hook them up. What are they going to get, William?
Free water.
Free glass of water.
They get that free water with lemon. They got the hookup over there, man. Now, over in US 19 in Palm Harbor is a great location. The one in Tampa, great location. A great place to go hang out, man. Just a really good restaurant. Great people, too. The ownership, the management, just really good people over there. So support a local business right there, Lucky Dill Restaurant. All right, we're back here in studio. We got the lending ninja in the house, a.k.a. Kevin Fiske, and we also have the credit magician, William Crowley, in the house as well. So, yeah, guys, we're talking about real estate and finance a lot on this show, and it's such a driver of the economy when you think about, the driving factor that is real estate sales. Not only residential, you got commercial, there's vacant land opportunities out there. Speaking of vacant land, I got a 9th Avenue property here in Safety Harbor. I want to show you this one here. So, for example, this is a great place. There's not much vacant land left in Pinellas County. No. This is a property I just listed in Safety Harbor, right around $300,000. I can't remember if it's 280 or 320, in that range. But it's a nice property right in Safety Harbor, centrally located. Vacant land is an opportunity. Commercial real estate, apartment complexes. Real estate is such a driver to our economy. And when you think about the opportunity to buy and build your own home, that's really the American dream. I think there's so many versions of the American dream. But when you think about real estate, it's such a driver to the economy, Kevin.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And like a vacant lot like that, we have programs that construction to perm. So basically, they can lump the lot purchase in, get the builder, build their dream home exactly how they want it. So, again, going through the list, the gamut of what we can do, the veterans, you said it before, we're both veterans in here, and we love to take care of the vets. I tip my hat to you that you guys are doing the free appraisal, because, heck, that's something that we're doing as well. We also waive our bank and lender fees. There's no fees from us, from Mutual of Omaha. So it's all about trying to walk the veterans through the process, because believe it or not, as that other common misconception that we talked about earlier, there are a lot of veterans that have served honorably for years, and they have no idea about the VA mortgage.
Right.
So, they're just doing a regular loan, putting a big chunk of money down, paying mortgage insurance, when it's like, no. VA is the best game in town. 100% financing, no mortgage. We'll take care of the appraisal. I mean, it's just win-win all the way around.
I love that. We got to do some more stuff down there at the military base. Didn't we do something with Aaron? You guys were down there?
We did. Down there at MacDill Air Force Base. Can't wait to go back there again. And again, it's just all about helping folks.
I love that. Met a couple of people that want to join our team as well, and the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. Always looking for good people to join our team. We'd love to talk to you if you're interested in that as well. So, Kevin, not only the VA product is a great product, but you've also got that available for first-time buyers, 100% program, and then after 36 timely on payments, monthly payments on time, rather, they're going to get that money given back to them.
Yeah, it basically, the way this down payment assistance, because it's different than the county program. All across America, there'll be a county-to-county program. This program will do what's called a soft second. So the down payment, whether it's 3.5%, 3%, will show initially as a second mortgage. But the particular program you're referring to, as long as you just make those payments on time, 3 years, they just erase that debt completely. You don't have to pay another nickel.
How many other? Now, William, you're the credit man. Mm-hmm. How many other second liens or mortgages or any type of loans have you seen that just go away? They're forgiven after 36 months of on-time payments, right?
Right. See, I do validation of debts, but that's on unsecured debt.
Okay.
But you're talking about a secured debt.
Yeah.
So you can't. Yeah, they just don't go away.
So that's an awesome program, Kevin. When you look at the ability to buy a townhouse or even up to a quad, this is something that we talked about before too. You're able to, as a single-family home buyer with the VA, with a first-time buyer, with these programs we just described, you're able to buy a quad, a triplex, a duplex. Think about the leverage there. It's all about leverage in life. When you look at leverage in life and creating win-win situations, if you live in one side or one unit of that property, you got 3 rental incomes coming in. You're practically paying for your living rent-free.
Yep. And building wealth, generating wealth
at the same time.
Yeah, amazing. It all the opportunities are there for everybody. Doesn't matter whether you're up here with your income, down here with your income, you're up here with your credit, you're down there with your credit. We will have a program because there's so many different avenues, so many different pieces of the puzzle. So folks just need to call in.
That's right.
And we can make it happen. Our team, all of us together, find the right home, getting the credit right, and just getting that financing nailed down. Piece of cake.
That's right. Now, I think you brought some other stats for us. Did you bring some other interesting, some stats and different ideas there? I love when you look at the economy. People are right now, they're talking about their tax returns. Have you been having some conversation about tax returns?
Yeah.
Some people are saying they got a little bit more money, they got less money. So I'm wondering what the effects of the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act is actually having when you look at, where it hits, when Wall Street meets Main Street.
Right. Well, obviously, people are still getting money back. Sure, there's a lot of folks out there like, wait a minute, maybe last time I got more, I got less. But this is a good time of year for folks that feel like we talked earlier, that they need that 20% down.
Yeah.
So they're trying to save up that every penny they can from that tax return where, hey, save that tax return and spend it to go to Disney World when we can just use our down payment assistance program and move forward with that. But as far as other stats, there's another survey they did in America, and over the next 12 months, 24% of America say that they're going to buy another home.
Wow.
That they're either buying the first home or upsizing, right-sizing, downsizing, you name it. So
second home, rent it out.
That tells us right there how solid and strong our economy is.
Yeah, it does. It does. It really does. And you look at the side of real estate that, especially here in Tampa Bay, like you mentioned, moving closer to the beach, closer to work, maybe buying that second home. I talked to somebody this morning. They were buying a home to rent out to their kids that are going to USF at the college, University of Tampa. Those are really big opportunities for people if you really just think a quick layer deeper instead of just saying, oh, yeah, we'll just put them up in the dorm room. We'll pay the rent for the few years. Think about it. Over a 4-year period, you got, 3 to 5% appreciation on a low end.
Absolutely. Easy.
So where else can you buy a stock that's never going to hit zero, that's going to definitely appreciate, that you can live in, that is insurable? There's not much of a comparison when it comes to that.
It's a no-brainer. It's
Right.
a no-brainer all day long.
Yeah, it really is. There's lots of opportunity. ConsumerQB.com. That's your number one resource right there in the Tampa Bay area. ConsumerQB.com. You can see links there to all of our expert contributors that we have. Again, CPAs, financial advisors, attorneys, all types of home services. We've got chiropractic, medical doctors, different folks of all types of professions that really, they just want to help you as a consumer advocate. And that's my goal as the quarterback here. I'm going to distribute that ball. You ever watch those football games where you got the quarterback, and they said, oh, Tom Brady threw to 15 different receivers today. That's a good game as a quarterback because he's spreading the field. He's going vertical. He's going, dump passes. And that's what I want to think about myself as, just working to help consumers out there in all these different areas. That's what we do, of course, here in the Tampa Bay market, the Gulf Coast region of Florida. And we really want to help you win. That's our number one goal. So I'm going to go back to William Crowley, the credit magician here. So William, I think when you think about credit, it's such a misnomer. People don't understand what goes into it. They're not proactive, as you mentioned. What else are you seeing? What's another one that sticks out that's kind of one of those things you want to bring awareness around?
That credit repair is illegal. People always think that, it's illegal because this information does belong to me. It's not illegal or unethical or immoral to use the Fair Credit Reporting Act. This is a consumer law put in place by Congress in 1970 that says, listen, we need to monitor the activity of the credit reporting agencies and make them perform the duty that they're supposed to. They're supposed to be the watchdog for the industry. They're supposed to protect our credit reports. They're not doing that. So if they would just contact us on every entry on that credit report, any type of financial transaction, they're supposed to contact you. They're not contacting anybody about anything, good or bad, positive or negative on the credit report.
Interesting. Okay.
So that's why, and I'm trying to get through the people's heads. It's not illegal for credit repair. That's the credit reporting agencies putting that misinformation out there. Through the radio waves, TV shows, etc., newspapers. They make you think, oh, that's unethical. It is unethical if they follow the law.
Right.
Then it would be unethical to have the stuff removed because the credit reporting agency is in compliance with the Fair Credit Reporting Act.
Right.
Unfortunately, they're not, and it's hurting lenders all day long. They're looking at credit reports and they're seeing all these negative marks, and they can't get a loan done because of this negative information.
Right.
So we're policing the credit reporting agencies.
When we come back, I want to talk to you about the best credit report you've ever seen and the worst credit report you've ever seen.
I want to chime in on
our
that
expert contributor. Yes. Okay. We're going to talk about the best credit and the worst credit reports you guys ever seen, and also our feel-good story. Irish soldier gives up home to help family in need. Stay with us right here. Consumer Quarterback Show, ConsumerQB.com.
Hey everybody, I'm Forbes Riley, celebrity TV fitness host and creator of The Spin Gym. I'm here today with Brandon Rhymes, and you're listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show. Great ways to get happy, healthy, and wealthy.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at ConsumerQB.com.
This is the Cannabis Podcast, powered by True Leave on Radio Influence. It's an inside look and the scientific facts in and around the world of medical cannabis. Now, here is your host, Ian Beckles.
He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. You're listening to the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at ConsumerQB.com.
All right, welcome back. Brandon Rhymes here, Consumer Quarterback Show, Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. We are recruiting agents right now. We're bringing agents on our team. We're growing our team, and we are setting records. Lots of positivity around our company. Gary Keller just rolled out $1 billion tech package that is really changing the game. It's making all of our agents tech-enabled. So it's really, really interesting when you look at what we've done. We've rolled out this package with Keller Williams Realty. It's a platform that rivals that of Amazon and Netflix. It's actually got artificial intelligence built in, so other real estate companies are going to be falling behind exponentially. So if you're a real estate company or an agent out there, we'd love to talk to you about joining our team. We've got the radio TV show advantage. We got a lot of cool things that we're doing, monthly events, lots of parties and events, and we go out there and door knock. We do a lot of cool stuff, and we're going to help you win in any marketplace. We got a home show coming up. We want to see you at this home show. It's on the 23rd, 24th over at the Tampa Convention Center. It's over at 333 South Franklin Street in Tampa. East Coast Consumer Show, Spring of 2019 Tampa Home and Garden Show. We're going to be there. Come on out, hang out with us. You'll see our booth. We're going to have a double booth set up. Lots of our expert contributors. So a lot of the radio personalities that you're hearing right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, you're going to hear on that program. We're going to be there as well. So stay with us. And we want to talk about something positive. Every day we're telling you something positive here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. So we're going to tell you something good.
Tell me something good.
All right, Irish soldier gives up home to help family in need. So this is interesting. So you got a soldier in Ireland. He gave up a 3-bedroom home to a young family who was on a waiting list for 7 years. They were on a waiting list. So Paddy Fallon gave up his social housing home to Kieran Ritchie and fiance Lauren and their 2 children who were living in a much smaller home. So Fallon, he lives in this city here, and he says he decided to give up his 3-bedroom home that he's called home for 12 years and downsized to a one-bedroom residence. And he was sick of seeing the amount of houses lying idle and families struggling. Fallon told The Independent. So I was hearing through social media about media through families of crying out for houses, and I was thinking to myself, well, here I am. I'm in a 3-bedroom house. I think the right thing to do would be to downsize. And I'll never forget the look on their faces to see how happy the children were. I'm happy for them. I can only wish them well. Please, God, it would send out a message to other people to consider. Fallon is encouraging others who live in houses and unused bedrooms and consider downsizing too. It's a crying shame that these houses are lying basically idle, he said. People should seriously consider their position and accommodate a family if they can. Pretty cool story.
There is hope for humanity.
There is.
Yep.
That's a good one right there, man.
Where the heck did Patty go living?
Right, I think he downsized to a 1.
Yeah, 1 bedroom.
He downsized to a 1, and he gave up his 3-bedroom. He had all this extra room, he said. So that's pretty cool, man. That's really neat. So right here, that's our feel-good story of the day. We're going to help you win and help you feel good about it. WholeBodyFuel.com, the official meal delivery service of the Consumer Quarterback Show. WholeBodyFuel.com. Chef Brian Adamo and his team, Kevin, they do a great job over there. WholeBodyFuel.com. They're going to deliver this food directly to your home or office. And I tell you what, it comes in handy when you're a busy sales professional, you're working out in the field, whatever you do. This is a great way to stay healthy and happy and fit. WholeBodyFuel.com. They got the world famous protein donuts as well. And what else do you have in this world if you don't have your health? You got to have good health these days. And, be healthy. That's what you can do. WholeBodyFuel.com. All right, back here in studio, we got William Crowley in the house, the credit magician, and we got Kevin Fiske, Mutual of Omaha Mortgage, both military veterans. Thanks for your service, fellas. And so we're going to have a little fun. We thought we would talk about the best and worst credit.
Bye, Felicia.
The worst credit. What's the worst credit that you've ever seen? Let's start with the worst. Let's do it. Let's jump right into it.
I love the worst. You know me. That's my business. But the
Worst
lowest
credit.
you can go is 300, and the highest you can go is about 900, depending on which agency you're looking at or which scoring agency. But that's the range, and I've seen it from 300
really
all the way up to 900.
Wow,
So,
you've seen a 300 credit score?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's what I'm looking for. I'm always looking for those.
He wants those.
That's my business.
So 300.
The highest.
What's on a 300? Why is it at a 300? Just limited trade lines or too many junk trade lines?
Just too many problems with the consumer not paying their bills on time.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Derogatory accounts.
Yeah, derogatory.
I think the reason for a 300 score is obviously they have an allergy to stamps because obviously they've never licked a stamp to send out a payment in their lives.
Wow.
And
you can do it electronically now.
That keeps me in business, though. That keeps me in business. Don't pick on them too much.
I know. American with Disability Act.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, I've seen it ranging all the way in between both of those scorings. So 300, and of course the 900 is not going to come to me anyway. They don't need me. I've seen blemishes though. I mean, even the high scores, people come to me because they may have excessive inquiries.
Okay.
Dealing with the real estate industry or real estate investors, they're always looking at property and getting the credit pool. So they keep me on retainer just to keep those inquiries off as they accumulate, because the inquiries impact the score as well, anywhere from 2 to 10 points per pool.
Pretty small amount though. Right?
Well, I wouldn't say that. I just got a client got 56 inquiries on TransUnion.
That can leave a mark.
Wow.
Yeah, you multiply that by, it's been anywhere from 2 to 10 points. I just tell the client, go in the middle, so between 2 and 10, so 6 points per inquiry.
Mm-hmm.
So 56 times 6, what is that?
But isn't there a percentage that can stop at though? I thought it was something like, that's your total percentage of your credit score.
Oh, the inquiries, yeah, it is a lower percentage, but most people, if the numbers are low, but if you start getting up to 30 and 40 inquiries, they're going to be equal to a collection or a late payment on a high ticket item like a mortgage or a car.
I gotcha.
And part of that, I believe, is based on how that creditor is coded. So, for example, if you're going out car shopping and you have 5 car dealers pull your credit, it's going to ding you on the first one, but as long as they're within a 30-day window, the algorithm that scores that will just kind of count it as one. It'll show on there.
Unfortunately, that is true what you're saying, but the credit reporting agency don't adhere to it.
Really?
Oh, really?
You're supposed to get a window, about a 2-week window for mortgages or automobiles.
Yep.
But what I find on the credit reports, I see it all the time, they're listing every one, and every time they list a hard inquiry, it impacts the score.
Yeah. End of the
crazy.
day, end of the day, it truly is what you're doing. That's what it's all about: educating and putting together an action plan and strategies with all of these people, so that they understand moving forward, and it can actually change their lives. Because, like you said, job, insurance. I mean, you name it. Nowadays,
job promotions, even.
If you got crap credit, oh boy.
That's right.
Yeah, be proactive.
Yeah, be proactive. Okay, so we talked about the worst. Did we talk about the best?
Go ahead.
Mid 800s would be the
800s?
highest that I've personally ever seen.
You've seen, and what is that, like a nice mortgage, not a brand new mortgage, something paid down, cars paid off a little bit, because the magic number out here is like 35%, right? You want to have on revolving accounts.
Yes, on any kind of credit card for sure, and I'm sure William can affirm this, that you want to never carry a balance higher than 30%. And I'll see it all the time where folks have never, ever been late on a single thing on their credit, and they're like, well, why is my score in the low 700s and not in the 800s? Because your $10,000 credit card, you have $9,000. That's great. You're paying it on time, so that bank loves you to death.
Wow.
But the algorithm's going to nail you because on paper, you're a higher credit risk. You're like one missed paycheck from the house of cards falling apart. So it's a matter of how old are all the trade lines. So if they went out and just bought a new car and it's less than a year old, that's going to ding it, even though they're making the payments on time. Or even more with the credit cards. How many of us get the offer in the mail saying 0% for a year, just roll the balance? So then they close the old card. So now all of a sudden they have new credit again. Their established credit is now closed. So people just continuously shoot themselves in the foot versus meeting William and saying, look, these are the things you need to do. These are your strategies. And then it just kind of opens their eyes. I swear, instead of us, when we're in high school, building wooden whatever or some kind of
shop class,
sit down, print out an example credit report, and educate them, because it is such an impact on everything you do moving forward.
Absolutely. Things how to read tax returns, how to apply for taxes, how to pay bills. We kind of joked about it earlier, but how to actually do it. That would be really cool. That'd be really interesting that they offer that. So William, you wanted to rebut or talk about?
I want to ask them, because Kevin, maybe you can expound on this. I tell clients, don't close the accounts, don't close your credit cards. You did mention that. I said, well, pay it down if you just so you're accustomed to paying them off, then just leave at least $1 on there. Okay, keep the account open and revolving if you're trying to get a loan. Don't just close them, don't pay them off every month. But what do you think about that?
Absolutely, because if you get a Wells Fargo credit card and you have it at zero balance and you're never using it, Wells Fargo's paying the credit bureaus, all three of them, every single month to report 000. After a while, they're going to be like, let's just close. So they'll cancel it. The bank will cancel it. As soon as that happens, the score drops because you have less available revolving balance. So it's this whole, as soon as you get the riddle figured out, you're on point, you're on track. But until then, it's, well, I'm paying it on time. Okay, great. Well, you'll never get to 800 if you keep paying it the way you're paying.
That's right. Yeah, that's Kevin Fiske, Mutual of Omaha mortgage banker, the lending ninja of Tampa Bay, friend of the program here. William Crowley, the credit magician, can help you as well. William Crowley, the credit magician. And another great show. I want to thank all of our expert contributors. I want to thank our executive producers, our team behind the scenes, WeBeam TV. We are currently on Apple TV, Amazon TV, Roku, Sony TV, over 85 outlets now.
You've been listening to...
So we want to make sure that you are, dialed in. We want to help you win. We want to help you with all of your different buying decisions out there. And most importantly, please go out there and consider committing a random act of kindness. Pack up some food or clothing, hand it to that person that you see in need, and be a force for good in the community. Do something kind for one another. Donate blood. Volunteer some time. And we'll see you next time right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, ConsumerQB.com.
You've been listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. Whether it's real estate, consumer, or financial advice, let Brandon call your next play. Contact Brandon Rhymes at 813-670-7372. That's 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com. And join us next time for the Consumer Quarterback Show, weekday afternoons at 5 on AM 1380. The Biz.
Are you a real estate agent looking to take your business to the next level and supercharge your marketing? Hi, I'm Brandon Rhymes, owner of Platinum MVP Realty and host of the Real Estate Quarterback Show, syndicated radio and TV show talk program on iHeartRadio, 1025 The Bone, daily 5 o'clock drive time on 1380 The Biz, and our TV show is on WeBeam TV. We're looking for real estate agents that want to join our team and supercharge their marketing utilizing some of our innovative strategies. We utilize the Real Geeks platform, Facebook marketing, internet marketing, and a lot of the traditional methods as well. Postcard mailers mailed for you, postage, signage, business cards, all paid for by the company. Aggressive real estate splits and ways to help you win in any marketplace. We need you to go out, take applications, and work our plethora of leads that we're generating on a daily basis. Reach out by clicking the form below, and we'd love to have a confidential interview with you.